Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be discussing up the potential for a Best Buy drop tomorrow, some actual Best Buy employee and information and leaks. If you guys have seen our previous few weeks when it comes to content in general, they have been spot on all of the information, so actual internal leak information as well. And we also have a little bit of live chat, but live chat's not as consistent as someone who's literally working in Best Buy that's trying to go and feed out information for all of you guys to go get your console. So we're going to be talking about both of those, as well as just a little bit on maybe the recap for the day too as well throughout this video. If any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed, especially with the notifications on, especially if you guys are trying to go get the console, you guys like Sony news, gaming news, or whatever. On top of that too as well, leave a like if you guys enjoy, and also have the Amazon links down below with the disc and the digitals, the Twitter and Twitch stream also linked down below if you guys want to follow, and of course also the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, you guys go get free stock, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. Leave a like if you guys enjoy. Let's go dive into the actual video itself. So really quick recap on the day. We didn't really see that much drop going on so far. So hopefully, and ideally, tomorrow will be a little bit more on the better side when it comes to restocks overall. We were kind of debated a little bit when it came to Walmart. We were kind of somewhat expecting it, but also somewhat not. We also had a little bit of leaks saying that there wasn't enough stock as of yesterday's video. So I was on the lookout for it just in that rare case. We did go and see the Xbox Series X drop, as I kind of mentioned and kind of assumed, but we did not see any PlayStation, disc, or digital consoles go and restock up at Walmart. So a little bit on the sad news on that. We also really haven't had any other major restocking happen throughout this week besides a little tiny BB baby GameStop drop that happened. So overall, the drops have been a little bit more on the sad side, and also no PS Directs throughout this week so far. So major prayers. If anything, maybe leave a like on this video for good luck for tomorrow, because I think tomorrow we have at least a little bit of potential when it comes to drops. So as I mentioned, we actually do have some employee confirmation slash like information when it comes to stock, etc. So let's go dive into that right now. So as I mentioned, if you guys want to check out my previous week's videos, the past like 4 weeks, we have actually had a Best Buy contact, which even went and called that probably there was not going to be a drop last week as well, the day before. So I'm going to go and kind of share up the information. Basically how these Best Buy employees go get this information, which is probably not good for me to go keep on saying, but I've been saying it for a while, and I think Best Buy is very similar to how Target is, where they don't necessarily care if information is sent on out or leaked or mentioned, because I think Best Buy actually has a brain on them, and they're okay as long as they're being like, hey, people know there's going to be a sale. That means there's more traffic to the website, and even if they don't get a console, an Xbox or PlayStation, they may go check out and buy a controller, games, or just creep on the website and maybe buy like a drone. Who knows? So I think Best Buy is usually really big thumbs on up, so please keep on being normal and nice, Best Buy, so you can actually go get our consoles. So when you guys actually go and check the internal systems at Best Buy, I believe employees still can go and check the internals, and they can also kind of basically see if stock is in transit, so basically if it's coming or if it's not. So there's going to be two major notes for us to focus on. Last week, there was no new consoles in transit in the Best Buy employee system, and we kind of were maybe assuming or alluding that that means that there was not going to be a Best Buy drop last week. But last week, there was around 5 consoles, and I think 1 Xbox, if I remember correctly, that actually went and actually showed up in the actual Best Buy. But that's very, very, very low stock. That's not really a big drop. So as of 2 updates on that, we have in terms of actual people literally working at Best Buy to see the stock. As of right now, 3 more PS5 disc editions showed up at the actual Best Buy themselves that they work at. And so far, 2 more Xbox Series X's also went and restocked. This is brand new information up in here. We just got off of work, so it's basically like as much up to date as you could possibly be. But the one major thing is, even though a few more consoles have arrived throughout this week, is that as of now, still there is no consoles in transit in the system as they last checked. Now, granted, that could always go and change tomorrow morning or even throughout tonight if they're going to be adjusting stuff. So there is still potential. I want to say this right now. There is still potential, and probably a higher potential, of there being a Best Buy drop tomorrow, but the fact that there's no more stock in transit does make me a little bit on the sketchy side. But there has also been 2 weeks worth of small buildup, and I'm not really sure how often or how big the usual Best Buy stock is, but there's still no digital consoles, at least at this place. And what I kind of assume, based on how kind of Target does it as well, preemptively before a drop, they'll usually have stock there. So it could either just be a very, very smaller drop, because basically 8 consoles is still still a normal drop. Like some Myers we've seen, even some Targets we've seen, sometimes have that many consoles in their store. But I think the one major thing that kind of makes me a little bit sketchy is the in transit. So if I had to go bet money, I'd probably go and say that it is still be on the lookout for it. It's probably a little bit more on a higher chance. I'd probably drop it like a 50-50 chance. So it is pretty likely, because it also has been 2 weeks and Best Buy has been doing bi-weekly drops. Kind of has their somewhat trend, as we've been kind of noticing. So there is a pretty good chance, but as well, that in transit thing might be the major factor for future drops and future potential drops if we want to go and bring attention to it. So on the previous drops as well, I think there was in transit before, like on maybe 3 weeks ago or so, and that also did lead to a drop, but ever since then it's been more on the weirder side. So maybe tomorrow will be a nice telling sign, but it's also on the weird side because they do actually have consoles in-house already. So I just want to give you guys all up-to-date information from Best Buy employees themselves, stating that there is stock there is stock confirmed there, but the likelihood of the drop, I'll probably put as like a 50-50. It's looking more likely than I thought that Walmart was going to be, because I thought Walmart was very low chance today, and I was kind of right, based on leaks and based on information, stock, processing, etc. from Walmart. But for Best Buy, I feel like it has a little bit more on the likelihood. Now, there's also a little bit of that small chance that it could not drop because maybe some stores are still waiting for stock. And we've also kind of seen throughout these past week and a half, that stock's been very, very low for all these major retailers. Think like Amazon, that still has not dropped, links down below, and all these other places such as GameStop, where the stock really isn't up for that long. So if there is going to be a restock, I think on Best Buy tomorrow, which is still kind of looking likely, be on the lookout tomorrow, more mid-evening, or mid-afternoon, whatever, before 12, before 12, so in the AM hours. Sorry, I'm not good at times. So when it comes to that stuff, we at least have a good potential because we know there's stock there. Stock has arrived, but the in-transit thing, as I keep on mentioning, is a little bit more on the sketchy side. So be on the lookout, be in the way. When it comes to Best Buy, usually is order online, you pick up in your store, but then sometimes stock also takes a little while longer to actually go get. So you basically buy it maybe throughout that week, you have a pickup time. So we also did do a few live chats, and actually, funny enough, usually, also preemptive warning, don't always trust live chat. Live chat itself is not 100% accurate. We even saw that a lot throughout today with the Walmart drop. So take this with a grain of salt. Employee information is better because we see physical stock in hand and we kind of know actual numbers. That's the more important stuff, like the earlier part of this video. This is kind of just more fun stuff to be on the lookout for. So I actually did a live chat today with Best Buy. You guys can even see the timestamps over here. This was 10 minutes ago. Basically saying, hey man, my name is Drake Jordan. By the way, these names are always just fake names. It's just okay. Sometimes when I've done live chats, I've had the same exact names as well. I've had Mona Lisa 5 times. So these names are not 100% okay. It's okay if you share these. That's fine. And also, this guy didn't really leak anything that bad as well. So if Best Buy randomly sees this, you better not yell at this person. This person was awesome. But basically say, hey, thank you for choosing Best Buy. My name is Drake Jordan. I just literally made me think of the rapper Drake and Michael Jordan. I was like, hey, nice name, LOL. I'm just kind of curious. You get asked this all the time, but are you going to go and be doing a PS5 or Xbox restock tomorrow? Just curious if you know more information. Just trying to go double check and see if there's anything more. And once again, live chat's not always 100% accurate. We understand that the excitement currently for the PS5 and Xbox, I do believe there should be a PS5 and Xbox sale tomorrow, considering we had sales from every Friday of the week, besides actually last week. However, we are yet to receive an official update about the sale yet. That's what I was saying. I've seen quite a few restocks for Best Buy on Fridays, as you guys probably know. So thank you for answering that. It said, yeah, the trend has been for the last 6 weeks on Best Buy, and I hope our marketing team will continue that. And I was basically just saying, hey, if you have any more information, feel free to let me know. And he also gave us, we kind of all know this stuff if you guys watch a lot of the videos, but it's always nice to get it more so from someone quote unquote official source. One more info I can give to you is if there's going to be a sale tomorrow, it'll be throughout the day at various times, which we actually did kind of see in these previous waves, on the previous restocks, that sometimes they do an initial wave, for an hour or so. And then sometimes they actually go and bring back stock, or sometimes even maybe in some smaller areas, there is sometimes stock still there. So we'll be on the lookout and kind of give you guys more information tomorrow if we see waves or it kind of comes on back or kind of trickles on in. But basically kind of say usually the first sale begins at 11 a.m. Central Time. This has been the usual trend. So kind of like the usual. We sometimes actually seen it earlier though. So don't be hard set on the 11 a.m. time. We sometimes have seen it earlier and have also seen it later. And also we've also seen it just not even drop. So kind of give you guys the quick rundown on all of this. Employees that we know, leak source, been verifiable and has been consistent. There is stock there, like 8 total consoles, very low amount of stock of Xbox Series X. No digitals, but that does not mean that they could not just have it drop tomorrow. But as that's what we kind of saw from all of that. So there is stock there. So that kind of does bump up the percentage of a drop compared to at least last week. There is no stock in transit, which might be a bad sign in case they want to delay it. Maybe another week or so, or kind of keep on building up stock. So it's kind of looking nice because it can kind of be a 50-50. So be on the lookout either way tomorrow. Usually Best Buy is like either regional. We've kind of been assuming. So maybe certain regions may have bigger stock as well. My contact's up in East Coast, just so you guys all know, just for general things. I'll be a little bit vague so no one gets yelled at or fired or whatever. So we have that. So there is at least like a good potential. Stock is there, but it's not fully like a big like Target 25 stock console. And as I mentioned, the in-transit's weird because I do think every store kind of more so allocates per sale. So I'm not sure if it might just be more on the smaller drop if it does happen, or more on the regional drop if it happens, or just not going to happen tomorrow. But like I said, it's been 2 weeks since the last drop. Stock has been slowly building up, so it does look more likely, as well as also some live chats are kind of being like, yeah, if it kind of continues, we'll let you know, but there's no official confirmation yet. So it does look like there is a likelihood on it. It's not 100% confirmed, but I just wanted to share up all the information we have right now for all of you guys. If you guys want to go and check Best Buy live chat, you guys can. Just make sure you guys are polite and nice. And typically we have seen a lot of Friday drops, so it does look a little bit more on the likely side based on trends, but it's not 100% guaranteed. But at least we know there's stock there. We have bigger stock and more stock has arrived. So good stuff up on Best Buy, and I hope we actually do get a restock tomorrow. If you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, especially if you guys like Sony news, or if you guys just like restocks, or just want to get a console, Xbox, whatever, or if you just like hearing all the random weird stuff. Like even today, we made a video on Walmart about a fire up in Japan. So you guys can go check out the channel if you guys want to. As well, we'll also even have another video, I think, up tonight as well. We also have the Amazon links down below because we're still waiting for Amazon to drop the PlayStation. So those are linked down below for the disc and the digitals. The Twitter and Twitch stream. Definitely go follow up the Twitter if anything. I'm sure the Twitch stream if you guys want to hang out. And of course, the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. And in Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys up on the next one. You guys are all great, and hopefully Best Buy will restock tomorrow.